Crisis Management Committee appeals for relief assistance for the needy. SPLA accuses Riek Machar's rebel groups of violating ceasefire deal. People with disability in will learn new skills for livelihood. Thank you for joining us on SSTV News Hour. My name is Oyet Patrick, and here are the stories making headlines in the country. The rebel forces loyal to Riek Machar have continued to violate the agreement on cessation of hostilities signed on 23 January 2014. The SPLA spokesperson, Colonel Philip Aguer, said since the 6th of this month, the rebel forces have been attacking various parts of Upper Nile and Jonglei states. He said on Wednesday morning, Kaka al-Tijaria was attacked by the rebel forces. He added that the SPLA in Jonglei and Upper Nile have been repulsing attacks by rebels.
Repeated attacks on towns and villages in Upper Nile and Jonglei states. Rebel forces of Riek Machar have attacked SPLA positions in Upper Nile since the 6th of this month, April 2014. And particularly Kaka al-Tijaria, which they attacked also today, the 9th of April 2014. On the 6th of this month, forces of Riek Machar under the command of Renegade Brigadier General Guy Galwak, in collaboration with militia forces under a militia commander named Guy Yoj, who is based in South Kordofan in the Republic of Sudan, attacked Kaka al-Tijaria, and this has forced the SPLA unit to withdraw in order to reorganize, and these forces are being monitored, and the SPLA units in the area are aware of hostile forces in move between Wedekona and Kodok. In other hostile and continuous attacks, the forces of Riek Machar have been attacking Violate County and Adong, based in Galashel. These attacks have been mobilized from Nasir into Galashel and into Adong. The SPLA is combating their attack on Adong in an effort to try to come back to Malakal, but the SPLA forces in Violate today are confronting these forces, and they will not get any way towards Malakal. In Jonglei State, Riek Machar forces have been continuously attacking Duke County and have been mobilizing from Ayod and Uai, and with the threat to Twitch East and some raids on the properties of the citizen in that area. The SPLA forces in the two states of Jonglei and Upper Nile have been consistently repulsing their attacks and are ready to pursue these forces to where they are mobilizing and in protection of the civilian and their properties in both states. We warn again the involvement of armed civilians in this attack. The SPLA will do its best to protect the innocent civilians.
The Vice President James Wani-Iga met in his office on Thursday with Deputy Chairperson for Crisis Management Committee, Honorable Daniel Awet. The meeting discussed the role of the government in delivering humanitarian assistance to the victims of the failed coup attempt in the country. As Henry Jada reports, the government says it is committed to supporting all internally displaced persons in the country.
The Vice President James Wani Iga was briefed by the Deputy Chairperson for National Crisis Management Committee, Honorable Daniel Awet, on their recent visit to Fallujah County of Upper Nile State. Honorable Awet said many people in Upper Nile State were displaced and are in need of humanitarian assistance. Honorable Awet shortly after the meeting pointed out that the government of South Sudan is committed to support all victims of failed coup attempt in the country. The members who visited the internally displaced persons in Upper Nile State encouraged them to stay in peace and use their hands and energy they have for farming at this raining season. He said the SPLA is capable of protecting oil fields in Fallujah and its surrounding areas.
To brief our Vice President on our mission that we have gone in Fallujah area. We left here on Saturday to visit all the displaced camps. A good number of them met with us and we exchanged views in the condition that they are. A displaced person is always a displaced person. That small suffering is always there. So we went there to encourage them, be calm, keep quiet, and whatever the government can do to you, we will do. Area was already a productive area. So it is time for you now, whatever little that the government can give you, you add it to your handwork. Try to work hard so that these few days or these few months that you will be there, you will still be reallocated when the rain comes to a better place that you can do something for yourself. And the humanitarian will do their part, especially the shelter, drugs, and good water. These will be provided. For education, please, the places that you attach yourself. In Malut is a full district, and share the services, education with those who are there. And for another Kako displaced camp where some of Violate have remained, many of the displaced IDPs are longing to go back to their places, but we say you will go later, not just now. It is when Malakal has been properly cleared. Some of you can go back, especially the young one, to go and prepare the areas. So the security is up to date. They will be protected by our forces who are around there.
In another news development, the chairperson for South Sudan Public Grievances Chamber, Justice Deng Byong, handing over to the Vice President, James Wani Iga, the strategic work plan for the Commission for the year 2012 to 2015. The work of the public grievances in the country is to address national grievances.
This time, the country is witnessing a clear and a big volume of violation of grievances since December 15th. And it is our concern that we resolve these issues. We stop the occurrence of more grievances as we resolve even or redress the grievances that have already taken place. That should be a national task that should be done by so many institutions in our government. His Excellency was receptive of the report I gave him, and which was accompanied with samples of cases that the chamber have been resolving.
He said the country has witnessed clear grievances since 15 of December 2013 and called for rebel leader Riek Machar to accept peace. For SSTV News in Juba, this is Henry Jada John reporting.
The Kenyan government has announced it is working to find out why peace talks in Addis Ababa are taking long to come up with solutions to the current political crisis in South Sudan. Kenyan ambassador to South Sudan, Cleland Leshaw, who met the Minister of Foreign Affairs on Wednesday, said his government is concerned about the little progress being made in the peace talks in Addis Ababa. The Kenyan diplomat said that Kenya wants to find ways to revamp the peace process. The Kenyan ambassador further said the question of the 7 former detainees released on bail is being handled at a political level. Earlier on Wednesday, the government negotiating team had said the talks with the rebels are going very well, only that there is a hidden hand obstructing the peace deal.
We have discussed with the minister to make sure that we come up with the areas where there's common agreement and the areas, contentious areas.
In a bid to improve security in the country, hundreds of cadet officers are set to graduate. The Inspector General of Police, General Pieng Dengkwal, visited the police college at Rajaf to assess the preparation for the graduation of Batch 19 and 20 of South Sudan National Police, who have completed training at the police college and are due to be graduated. General Pieng appreciated commitment of the trainees during the one-year training period.
كل عدد بتاعكم اللي كان موجود وحتى بعد الكرايسيس اللي كان حصل مشاكل اللي كان حصل ما كان في زول بتوقع على سان انتم بكون موجودين كلكم وده بوري على سان انتم منضبطين وعندكم عزيمة وعندكم إصرار وحتى لما ندوكم شهر إجازة ما في واحد فيكم فات وكنغش في البيت حتى امتحانات بتاعكم بكون ناس بسيطين يا ما حضروا امتحانات سواء كان 5 ولا 7 ديل بكون عيانين ولا بكون عندهم ظروف فاللقام وده حاجة كويس بالنسبة لي كزول مسؤول بكم. أنا بشوف عمل بتاعنا في محل بتاعه. نحن في وقت قريب هنعلن لكم تخريج وأننا متأسفين على سان مشاكل اللي كان حصل ما خلانا عشان نجيب دفع الوراكم بسرعة لأن كان بقى في مشاكل بتاع تجهيزات. فأنا قبل قاعد نتكلم مع إدارة بتاعكم عشان ياو قبل في التمرين بتاعكم ما في زول سلم علم منكم لكن دفع الوراكم هيجي لأن نحن ما هنقطعه.
Legislators from Lakes State are in Chuebet County to reconcile the local communities following a social dispute that erupted in the area last month, in which 49 people were killed and scores injured. As Diko Amaria reports, the two sub-clans of Panyar and Wat in Chuebet County have agreed to unite and embrace peace.
Authorities in Lake State have begun initiatives to promote peace among the people in the area. Few days after a social dispute erupted between two sub-clans in Choibet County, which left 49 people dead and scores others injured. The Deputy Governor of Lake State, Santo Dumich, and the area legislators held series of meetings with members of the two sub-clans involved in the dispute, fitting wood rail and wood boat cattle camps in Choibet respectively.
Trying to put off most of or all of the internal conflicts, being inter-clan fightings, interstate cattle raiding, theft, and all forms of what may motivate destruction in the Republic of South Sudan and Lake State in particular. Because South Sudan is a combination of 10 states, and each of these 10 states really work very hard to embrace peace and stability that would really make a good Republic of South Sudan.
The authorities urge the two communities to live in peace, warning them against inciting violence among each other.
The people of Choibet are left behind with peace. They are a peaceful people, and we have to give them thanks because they have received a greeting from the president, and they are standing behind the president. And I think we shall be moving now to other Kayams. We hope God will pray for them.
Similar disputes have been causing tension in Lake State over the recent past, prompting the government to take tough measures against individuals involved. The communities in Lake State rely mostly on livestock, which in most cases has attributed top social disputes and intercommunal violence. For SSTV News, I'm Diko Amaria.
The 17th conference on the ban of anti-personnel landmines ended in Geneva with a call for global action against the deadly explosive. The chairperson Mine Action Authority in South Sudan, Jurkuch Barach, made this remark after returning to Juba from Geneva on Wednesday. Speaking to SSTV at Juba International Airport, Jurkuch appeals to all the stakeholders in the country to support initiatives to free South Sudan of landmines planted in the country during the liberation struggle.
Monitoring, measuring or measurability, and evaluation. These three items plus the donor conference are very essential in mine clearance. And it is not only in mine clearance, but they are all important in every project that you do. Every year people go to Geneva at least to report on the progress of the work, because it is related to the international community. Our government cannot donate money for mine clearance, and it is a huge job to be done. So we are relying very much on the international community, and it is the international community that is donating money for mine clearance.
The Parliamentary Crisis Management Committee launched a mass mobilization and awareness campaign in Nyori, Payam of Terekeka County on Monday. The campaign, under the theme One People, One Nation, is part of the national agenda to sensitize the people at the grassroots on the genesis of the current political crisis and measures being taken.
Payam of Terekeka County on Monday, under the creed One People, One Nation. The campaign is part of the national agenda to educate people in the grassroots level about the genesis of the aborted takeover. A lot has happened. It is time to unite and build South Sudan.
Anna Salva Kiir mayardid ma hakumato ma hakumat anna ta barlaman anna gali lazim muwatin tanna limata jada anna fi barlaman sawa ma Rais Salva Kiir كلي مواطن ده عارفوا السبب تا مشكلة ده سنو لأنه في ناس من تكون تلفزيون ما في بلدتنا، كهرباء ما في بلدتنا، سنتكم باسمع راديو، سنتكم باين في تلفزيون. كلام الحاصل ده جه حكي ده قال السنو ده سنو يا حاصل. إذا كون كتير لا سده في بلدتنا إذا كون عارف قال ده شكله تنوير مدينك. إذا كون كده قال سبب تنا سنو ده ما شكله تنوير ودينك. أنا در وريد إذا كون قال ده ما قبلية، ده ما شكله تقبلية.
Central Equatorial State Member of Parliament Mary Sadia appeals to the government to support the area by supply of medicine, food, and other social amenities.
حاجة الحصل في يوم 15 بصراحة كده أننا جنوبيين إنما مرتاحين فوقه. لأن أخوتنا هو جزء من الناس اللي كان في السيستم تاعكما. هو جزء من الناس اللي بفهم الدستور بيتكلم قال شنو. زول دير كروس لاد ما بعد ما 5 سنة بالرئيس بتاعنا سلفاكير انتهت بقى زول تاني بيفكر لكرسي. لكن ده كل ما حصل هو جا فكر حاجة تو برا. نعم حاجة اللي حصل أخوه في بيت بشكل مع أخوه.
The elders of Terkeka County laud the democratically elected President of the Republic of South Sudan, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, for his courage to defend the integrity of the country. Jackie Darrow, SSTV.
As the saying goes, disability is not inability. People with disability in northern Bahr Ghazal state exhibited handcrafts in the state capital, Awil, addressing the occasion that drew state government officials. Madam Ajok Wall Attack pledged to assist people with disability in the state to ensure they are capable of helping themselves.
People with disability in northern Bahr Ghazal exhibited their handcrafts to the public in Malaw area in the state capital, Awil. The exhibition drew state government officials and communities. During the launching, State Minister of Youth, representative of the governor, Maring Chor, commended the work done by the people with disability, describing it as a step forward to develop skills and general renewal of the association of the people with disabilities. He also commended the efforts and support of the state governor to the disabled.
Here for the opening and the launching of the Disabled Center, where they are displaying exhibitions for the various crafts and the showing of their talent. For us as people of Northern Bahr Ghazal and as a government, this is a very big step, and it is an indication that the disabled of Northern Bahr Ghazal are organized, and they are telling the government and the well-wishers that here we are, this is what we can afford. The only thing that is left is for other people to come in to bring them up. As you can see from in front of me, we have so many things that they have done. We have the bed sheets, we have the beds, and we even have their own wheelchair, the ones that they are using now to ride on. These are their own handmade. They did it themselves without any help because it is their talent that they have displayed. I also take this opportunity to thank the person who has initiated this place, His Excellency the Governor, Paul Malongawan, who has given them the land to be able, for them to be able to settle here. And I also like to thank Honorable Ajok Wall.
While Madam Ajok Wall Attack, the sponsor of the program, expressed gratitude over the exhibition.
عشان زول يكون معاك ما بيعني انه خلاص هو خلاص ما عنده اي حاجه في الدنيا ثاني. لا لا انت لسه عندك فرصه. اصلا الزول اللي بمشي المكتب ده وما قاعد امشي من كوريا من هنا زي وزير زمان جا من هناك ما جاب عربيه هو بفوتكم بشنو عشان جايبوا كده.
She promised to continue supporting the program. Jane Awadia, SSTV News, Juba.
Politicians from Tonj East County of Warrap State take the message for peace and unity to their people in the rural homes. As Tech Stephen reports, the politicians urge the locals to shun ethnicity and embrace peace in diversity.
Always stand behind the legitimately elected president, His Excellency General Salva Kiir Mayardit, said the people of Tonj East County of Warrap State. The same message was also echoed by their National Assembly representative, Honorable Riek Machar, who spoke during a mobilization mission in his constituency number 6 of Tonj East County. He said this will help to sensitize the right to protect the Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan by informing the population about the negative impact of December the 15th failed coup attempt. This, he said, will also help to stress the strength of unity in diversity and discourage disputes between tribes, clans, and any of its kind.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank SSTV for their effort to accompany me to Tonj East. I visited Tonj East. The purpose of the visit is about mobilization of the community of Tonj East about what took place on 15th of December, the failed coup, and we explained to them. So we have one rally in Biarping. That rally was well attended by leaders of the communities and other concerned citizens. We briefed them about the failed coup and about the political situation in the country, and also about current issues of related to negotiation with the rebels. And in that, the community fully agreed on the stand of the government of the Republic of South Sudan.
Honorable Riek Machar also met with village elders and chiefs who complained of frequent attacks by Riek Machar rebels, who raid them for their cows and herd their cattle to neighboring Unity State. The villagers also complained about rowdy youth who terrorized the area by fighting over girls and cattle wrestling to prove superiority over their opponent. The villagers urged the government to arrest and prosecute such elements to bring peace to their county. Riek also met with Tonj East County Commissioner, Mr. Madol Chol Tuch, during his visit and discussed problems affecting the people of their county. The Commissioner stressed the need to beef up security to curb the high rate of crimes in his county.
Tonj East County is one of the 6 counties in Warrap State, composed of 6 payams. The security situation here in Tonj is normal currently. Since 15 December crisis in Juba, we have witnessed only 2 incidences. One minor, where some patrollers from rebel side came and were ambushed and they were killed. That was in January, and the last one was on the 16th of February, where the rebels came and raided a group of cattle.
On another development, Honorable Riek met with women of Tonj East County and discussed the issues affecting the women and children in the county. The week-long mobilization, which took us through Thiet, Manatak, Managog, Biakping, and Turomich, as initiated by Honorable Riek Machar in his constituency, has indeed clarified to the people of his county what exactly happened on December the 15th, 2013 in Juba, which resulted to senseless rebellion which destroyed the country. Reporting for South Sudan Television in Tonj East County of Warrap State, I am Tech Stephen.
And staying with stories from Warrap State Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry has launched distribution of seeds. State authorities say there is still high demand for agricultural equipment in the state. Early this month, the ministry received 6 tractors and motorcycles to enhance mechanization of agriculture. Lagu Stephen files this report.
the State Minister of Agriculture and Forestry, Cooperatives and Rural Development, Honorable Majok Bol Kur, explained that few seats provided by the National Ministry of Agriculture last year are under distribution.
The launching day, we are trying to distribute seeds of sorghum, maize, beans and rice. But the question is, where did we get these seeds? These seeds are of the last year that we received from the National Ministry of Agriculture, but the seeds came late.
Had urged the National Ministry to speed up the provision of seeds for the year 2014. Kur added that Warab State has shortage of seeds due to drought and the devastating flood that hit the region last year.
There are so many challenges with the Ministry of Agriculture and Warab State as a whole in regards to agricultural equipment. Last year, we tried our own level best with our partner WFP. They gave us 500 ox plows, which was so good.
Kur meanwhile pointed out that the challenge of lack of agricultural equipment facing his ministry should not jeopardize agricultural production, calling on both farmers to use the little at hand and partners to support the local farmers with agricultural equipment to eradicate poverty in the state.
I need to thank the Honorable Minister of Agriculture for the efforts that they have done to send the 6 tractors, but still we need more. We need more because in Warab State we have very large area that needs to be cultivated.
Kur, however, thanked the National Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry for supporting state with agricultural tools and seeds, but also urged them to provide more. Reporting for SSTV News, this is Lagu Stephen.
As security and stability is being restored in most conflict-affected areas following the political turmoil in the country, many inhabitants are now returning to their respective homes. In this regard, the governor of Upper Nile State, Simon Kunpoch, has issued order requesting all the executive and honorable members of the State Legislative Assembly to report to the state capital, Malakal, within 3 days. The order comes into effect as from 9th April 2014. And now is that time to have a look at our main headlines once again. Crisis Management Committee appeals for relief assistance for the needy. SPLA accuses Riek Machar's rebel groups of violating ceasefire deal. People with disability in a way learn new skills for livelihood. And that is it for news in English. Another news will come at the top of the hour in Arabic. Thank you so much for watching, and do stay with SSTV.